what nobody thought is that he was even going to win. Because he had debate performances were so bad, Frankly, his best performance was against Bernie. We're going to call for a drug test, by the way, because his best performance was against Bernie. It wasn't that he was Winston Churchill, because he wasn't, but it was a normal, boring debate. Nothing amazing happened. And we are going to call for a drug test, because there's no way you can't do that.
What do you think's going on?
Well, I don't know how he could have been so incompetent in his debate performances and then all of a sudden be okay against Bernie. I don't mean he was good or great. I just mean he was a normal, boring debate. There was nothing, you understand. He got through it. Well, frankly, I thought he was, they were even, more or less, right? And most people didn't think. And so they did something. There was no way. Because I watched his debates against Kamala, who's another one that's a beauty. She's, if you go by the polls, she started high and she ended low. That's usually not a good sign, right, as far as somebody that you pick. But against Elizabeth Warren, they ripped her apart. And the interesting thing is he picked Kamala, but she was she was so bad to him. She was the worst of anybody to Biden, and yet he picked her. But my point is, if you go back and watch some of those numerous debates, he was so bad. He wasn't even coherent. And against Bernie, he was. And we're calling for a drug test.
So is this like a prize fight where beforehand you have a test?
Well, it is a prize fight. It's no different than the gladiators, except, we have to use our brain and our mouth. And our body to stand. I want all standing, that was what they wanted to sit down. They wanted to sit down. I want to stand.
So before the debate, September 29th,
I think so. 28, 29.
And what are you going to ask for? And have you made this public? Maybe I just don't know.
No.
What are you?
No, I'm going to. We'll be asking. I want a drug test of both candidates. We should each take a drug test before the debate. I'm going to ask for it. Because I watched him before the other debates. He was incoherent. I watched him saying that he's running for the United States Senate. Please vote for him. I watched him look, I don't have to tell you what, the statements, many, many statements, right? And no, I'm going to be requesting a drug test of each candidate.
Is there some sort of performance, and I know it's athletics, but just mentally, is there some sort of performance-enhancing drug that you suspect?
Maybe, but if there is, he might be taking it. Look, all I can tell you is this. Pretty good at this stuff. I watched him in the debates with all of the different people. He was close to incompetent, if not incompetent. And against Bernie, he was normal. He wasn't Winston Churchill, that's for sure, but he was normal, right? And I say, how does that happen? And I'm asking for a drug test of each candidate. I think it's appropriate. I don't know that they'll let me do it, but I think they should do it. I think it's an appropriate thing to do. Does this make sense to you? Boy, did we give you a big story, Byron. It's lucky I like you.
I'm hearing it.
No, but do you understand what I'm saying? Go back and watch his performance in some of those debates and watch the way he stated he didn't know where he was. And all of a sudden, he was not good. He was normal. And I don't understand how, and I don't know if there is or not, but somebody said to me, he must be on drugs. I don't know if that's true or not, but I'm asking for a drug test.
And
both candidates. Me too. I'll take it.
Yeah.
I take an aspirin a day.